After last week's disastrous, cliffhanger-filled conclusion, NASA and Helios must collaborate to develop a rescue mission to Mars. This entails the competing teams cooperating for the greater benefit of both Earth and the Red Planet. In the 8th episode, tensions are high and feelings can take precedence over reason. The Sojourner 1 crew is coping with Danny's sabotage job when the Sands of Ares begins. The dangerous avalanche caused by the broken drill is trembling their foundation. Danielle immediately arranges a rescue attempt after observing that the Helios base has been buried beneath several meters of sand. After the devastation, Poltov awakens, digs himself out of the sand, and then hurls himself into his suit. The stranded astronaut is adrift, without communication with his crew, and is completely blinded by a dense dust cloud. He stumbles forward and discovers Nick Corrado's corpse. Later, Poltov and Mueller are reunited, and they return to base under the assumption that they are the sole survivors of this terrible incident. That is not the case, however, as Ed and Danny are imprisoned within Hab 1 and have only around 6 hours or so of breathing air left. They are deprived of oxygen. Ed's wound is cleaned, and Danny tightens the bandages covering his leader's stomach. While Ed makes an effort to disguise his misery, he is in pain. The old friends have a deep debate and have many disputes as a result of the oppressive environment. But Danny refuses to acknowledge the underlying reason for the tragedy or any of his other numerous crimes. They do discuss his pill popping, though, and Danny is clearly going through withdrawal. In these circumstances, Danny seems on the verge of suicide, content to perish along with the ship, fearing the worst. Ellen Wilson reconnects with Pam after she returns to Earth. They talk about their previous relationship and how it came to an abrupt end. Pam spared Ellen from leading a dull life and wanted her to pursue her job. She continues by expressing her disappointment that Ellen has failed to significantly impact the LGBTQ+ community and has instead continually compromised. The president is immediately whisked away as the Mars catastrophe reaches them, deeply rattled by this news. Together, NASA and Helios pool their resources and put their disagreements aside to come up with a concept for a rescue mission. They all concur that the survivors are isolated, time is running out, and there are still many challenges in their way, even with Danielle's crew on the way. In an effort to help Amber and Jimmy through this painful experience, Karen Baldwin pays them a visit. Amber is a disaster emotionally, and Jimmy is dubious as usual. They worry that their loved ones have passed away and wait hopelessly for the inevitable result. They learn later that Danny and Ed are engulfed in a sand avalanche and trapped 20 meters below. They are still alive, and NASA is working to save both of them. For a change, Dev emerges as our hero after devising a strategy that entails addressing the issue from below. The decision has been made to employ a lava tunnel below the surface and detonate a bomb, which would instantly clear the area of all this debris because it is widely known that digging it out would take too long. The fortunate individuals assigned the responsibility of detonating this bomb are Will Tyler and Roland Baranov, and the quarreling pair descend into the depths of the unknown. The astronauts are saved and sent back to base after the blast, just as Danny was about to reveal something to Ed. The surviving crew members are back together, and Ed appears to be making a sluggish recovery. But because Poltov remains unconscious, there isn't much else to be happy about. Kelly sobs over her lover's shrouded body as her daughter gives her father a bear hug. Her kid is comforted by Ed while the mother sobs hysterically. A Russian doctor's informing his boss that Kelly is pregnant only serves to heighten the tragedy of this lost affair. Poor Kelly, she has no idea that she is carrying Poltov's kid. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.